So we covered this not too long ago, but there was a Russian slash American ballerina that went back to Russia. She was visiting her family and she had ended up getting detained, and now she's being sentenced to 12 years in Russian prison after now just giving back Brittany Griner, after now just receiving back, I think his name is called Evan, um, the military guy. Now we have another hostage that is half US, half Russian. So I would like to really know how they're going to play this one out. If they are going to allow her to sit there for the 12 years, or are they going to try to have a prisoner swap? Let me know y'all thoughts about this down in the comments below, but let's tune into the video, man.
Tonight, Russian-American dual national Ksenia Komkova, sentenced to 12 years in a Russian prison for high treason, found guilty of donating what her boyfriend says was $51.80 from her U.S. bank account to a charity supporting Ukraine.
Can you imagine that? Treason. We have it so good in some of these places to where we can live in a country and still have our opinion, still have our freedom of speech, still have our right to religion, still have our right to donate to causes that we think are good, regardless of how you feel about it. As the leader, the people still feel some type of way too. I think it's very unfortunate for her to get 12 years for donating $50 to a charity for Ukraine. I think that's wild.
Well, that treason is just absolutely ludicrous.
The ballerina appearing today inside the glass box of a Russian courtroom, reminiscent of Evan Gershkovich, who was sent home just days earlier with Paul Whelan and others in a massive international prisoner swap. Meantime, with reports of Russian gains in eastern Ukraine, the Ukrainians announcing today they've gained ground in Russia's Kursk region. President Zelensky claiming his military is now in complete control of the Russian town of Sudza, setting up a military command post. Ukrainian media broadcasting pictures of aid being distributed to occupied Russian civilians. We spoke with one of President Zelensky's top advisors, who insists the goal is to defend Ukraine.
Is this an occupation?
No, this is definitely not an occupation, he says. This is a destruction of the military objects of the Russian Federation in the Russian rear. On Wednesday, Ukrainian special agents captured more than 100 Russian soldiers, according to a security source, replenishing what they're calling a POW exchange fund, while a Russian minister...
This is exactly why I'm like, yeah, World War III is coming, because they can do this, right? This is all the United States doing too. The United States and Ukraine are working together to defeat Russia. Russia and the United States are working together to exchange prisoners. All this is doing is just playing a bunch of I'm a do this to you, you gonna do this to me, and we gonna swap at the end of the day. All of it is literally pointless. Literally pointless. They saying, oh, Russia's gaining ground in Ukraine. Now they're saying Ukraine's gaining ground in Russia. So the same land that Russia just took, Ukraine now got it back on Russia's soil. It's all does not make sense. It's all literally for nothing. All literally for nothing. So you know what they are like in Russia? They're going to say, I'm going to give this woman 12 years just because I said so. And now the U.S. now got to respond to that because they feel bad. Trash, man. I would never go to Russia. Honestly, never. It's like me going to the south side of Chicago. Why would I do that to myself? So I could get a bullet in my head? So I could go to jail for 12 years just because I'm a U.S. American? As much as I would love to meet the beautiful people in Russia that, you know, are just dope people, because I know they are. There are a bunch of them that don't even want anything to do with this war, but they can't even say that because it would be considered treason and they'll get locked up for it. But that's the saddest part about this. I know the people in the Russian soldiers, they gave up because they didn't want to die. Nobody wants to die. They tired of dying. They seen so much of their brothers and sisters dying on this field, getting blown up. You know how much ships, how much tanks got blown up with people inside of them that thought they was about to go back home to their parents, to their mother, to their wives, to their sons, to their daughters. And y'all want me to not talk about this. Y'all are crazy, man. Y'all are crazy, man. Let's
Ministry of Defense put out its own video of captured Ukrainian soldiers. Ukrainian officials say prisoner swap talks are already underway.
Historically, U.S. officials have been very careful with what they say so as not to provoke the Russians. Today, we did hear from the NSC's John Kirby say that so far he has not heard any escalatory rhetoric from the Russians, particularly on the question of the use of nuclear weapons, which is noteworthy. Lester.
Okay, Aaron McLaughlin, thank you. Thanks for watching. Stay updated about.
It's really sad, man. I really do believe that we are heading for World War III. We're at the midst of it right now. If we don't turn this thing around very quickly, they're doing prisoner swaps. They're killing each other in these streets just to say we did it. No land is that important for them to start a war and to keep going against, to keep this war being funded. It's absolutely garbage. The numbers of people that are dying in this war are way more than we can even report. Whatever they're saying in the news, I don't even believe it, because I just know there has to be so much more people dying. Honestly, there has to be. And it's very unfortunate because, again, some of these people actually thought they was going to be able to go back home, see their wife, see their kids, play with their daughters, play with their sons. It's trash. It's absolutely garbage. While all the leaders still have their families, while all of the leaders are still eating ice cream on beaches. It's sad. It's really sad, man. Let me know y'all thoughts about this down in the comments below. I'd really like to know y'all thoughts. Are we heading to a World War III or not? Let me know, man. It's your boy Dgotsauce. Until next time, hit that like button on your way out. Hit that subscribe button too. Peace.